What's up YouTube? This is Gelimus coming to you with another review. This time I have Transformers Generation 1, the original Ultra Magnus. Or the original from the Transformers line, not the Diaclone. But this is Ultra Magnus, the G1 self. He is a car carrier with a cab similar to Optimus Prime. He is white. Optimus Prime is red and everything. And yeah, this one's, I bought this off of eBay a few years ago, and this is indeed one of the ones that came out in the 80s. It has some great deal of yellowing too. I don't know how well that picks up on camera, but you can tell the white right here that's painted on the front of the cab and the yellowing back here and all that on the white plastic is turning yellow. But yeah, this is indeed a G1 original. He rolls very well. Like I said in my Optimus Prime review, all the G1s seem to be on point with their alt modes. It's just the robot modes that kind of suffer not being screen accurate and everything. So and that's back in the days when kids like to roll cars and stuff and everything. We like to roll things, roll everything more than we like to fight and stuff. So I guess they try to tailor to both audiences of kids who like to roll cars around and the ones who like to have action figures with limited articulation. Alright, and for a size comparison, I got the guy who he babysitted the whole time he was the leader of the Autobots on Optimus Prime. And you see he is bigger than Optimus Prime, and Optimus Prime can't fit on top of Ultra Magnus. Oh, it's a carrier. I think we've seen this before on one episode. Just roll up top. And if you take Optimus off, I don't have none of my G1 cars out the box yet. I have commemorative side swipe. He's in the box. But take this off too. But Ultra Magnus also has the ability to open the back up, and you can put cars in there like I did when I was a kid. I had Cup and Blur. I put them all in Ultra Magnus, and we rolled around and rolled out, whatever. So, this is not the one I had when I was a kid. Like I said, I bought this off of eBay. I had the one when I was a kid for a long time, and I went off to the military, and I came back to reclaim my Transformers, and they were all gone. Yeah, well, most of them gone. I still have a couple of them, but they were missing pieces now. And here's one of them, my Generation 2 Optimus Prime, and for size comparison, I don't know how to get these two in the camera with each other. Well, that comes out. So yeah, Prime a little bit longer, trailer a little bit longer. This trailer is the G2, the little added on voice box right here, which does not work. So yeah, get him out the way. So yeah, that's Ultra Magnus's features for you. He also has a little thing in here. I guess you can consider his roller. I don't know. That's how I used to consider it. This chest thing that came out that comes off right here. And it has a little seat in it and everything. I pretended it was his roller, his version of roller that he had. A little space car, futuristic go-kart or something, I don't know. A little scout thing. So. And that just pegs in right here in his trailer. And his trailer does not have anything on like the modern trailers that Optimus Prime had in the Masterpiece collection. There's no stand that makes it, you can you can rest in position and nothing like that. It's just a trailer, a little hitch right here, and he has missiles on his trailer. How many car carriers you seen like that? Maybe something in Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. For those of you who are old enough to remember Mad Max. Alright, enough of that. Let's get the transformation. First you want to do, he has two robot modes. One is a white prime and the other one's Ultra Magnus. And this is, what you do is take the legs right here, you just fold them down. The feet right here, fold them up. There. Next, what you're going to do, like in G1 cartoon prime, you just hands out, arms out. You can pull this back, flip it forward. Send the other side, flip forward. And his chest opens up. And usually you're supposed to store his hands in there, but I don't have the hands. So you just flip his head up. And there you have Ultra Magnus in his white prime unarmored form. And this thing is super tight. His joints are so tight. I can't believe this is like a original G1 figure that it looks like it's been out. Maybe it hasn't been played with a lot. Like maybe all the yellow and chrome wear came from it just sitting out in the weather or something, probably in a box in someone's garage or something. But yeah, that is him. He has some articulation. His arms do rotate 360 all around. He bends at the elbow on some very tight, like spring ratchet joint, I guess you can say. Some spring in there. He can bend his legs back. I'm sorry. Bend his legs back like that if you want. I don't know how. He's in a little action pose, flying. That's how it was in the box art or something like that. And he can bend at the knee. And he has some toe articulation through the transformation. And like I said, he can open his chest up. And like Optimus Prime, he had like a little matrix he can put in his chest and give him the touch. And let me take out Prime's hands. I can show you how his hands supposed to look. I still have Optimus Prime's hands. So, here's how the fists look, but they will on him. They would be just white. And all you do is just plug them into his headlights supposed to be at right there, and that's how it's supposed to be. And for a quick size comparison to transform real quick, I have Rodimus Prime right here, liquidly split. Bam. And Rodimus Prime is taller than the white Prime. And he's taller than Optimus Prime because this is about the same. This is exactly the same height as Optimus Prime. It's a white repaint. So yeah. Now, for the Grand Resistance, let's get him in his from his white prime mode to his Ultra Magnus mode. Put these away. What you're gonna do is kind of transform him back. Just put these arms back like that. Fold these in. That's pretty much it for right now. Move off to the side. Hit the trailer. The trailer, what you're going to do is, I'm going to flip that up. Take these little white things right here, flip them in. Next, you're going to stand the trailer like that. And you're going to take these back pieces, rotate them, and there's a tab right here that's going to tab into a hole. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Get an angle to show you. That ain't impossible to show you. But there is a little, there you go. A little hole right here that this tab is going to go into. It kind of locks it into place. Same thing, other side. There. Next, what you're going to do is push these up like so, and push these up like so. That. Then you're gonna split this apart. Split, and these hooks right here are gonna clamp onto here. So there. Set the other side. You position the arms like that. Now it's supposed to be like a little white piece, like this. He comes with two of them. Well, mine did back in the day. Mine came with two, so I only have one. So, which you use for the hitching the trailer. Take that off the little pegs. It pegs into these posts right there. Then you take it, and you got these holes right there. It's gonna peg in to right here, which is gonna form his belt. Next, you want to do is take off these missiles. Take them off. Now these missiles, well, one I had, the Ultra Magnus I had when I was a kid, they had spring action to them. For some reason, these don't have spring action. And there seems to be no spring inside these missile pods. So, missile launchers. So, you just click in. And you just tap them into the post on his shoulders. And if you look at it close enough, you can tell that they're not even. One is a little slightly higher than the other one, but that's okay. It's due to the pegging mechanism when we're in trailer mode. So, and he has parts for me. He comes with two hands, two bigger hands, and I do have those. These two fists. So you put them on the appropriate arm. One end and one end. The other one end. Now he does come with a gun, and let me grab Prime's hands again. Show you. I should have done this before. Now he comes with a gun that can work two ways. One way for the white Prime, where he holds it in with this post right here. And for his Ultra Magnus form, he plugs it in using this handler right here. It's more accurate to the cartoon. It's a weapon from the cartoon, so holds it in right there. Now next, you're going to turn this around, and you're going to take your white Prime and flip his feet down. And what you're going to do is that his front tires have these little posts that stick out oh so slightly with it, which are going to slide into these grooves right here. So you're going to slide these wheels into these grooves, them posts, and these pegs right here are going to go into these his headlights right there. So here we go. There. There's nothing secures his legs on this. So they could, like, if your Ultra Magnus is like real loose, slightest bump can probably cause the spring, because there's a spring in here that makes his legs go down, flop back up. So next, last but not least, you got his Ultra Magnus head, which is a kind of like derpy face. I don't know. Looks kind of weird. And you can see right through it. I don't know, you can see my finger in there. I don't know, the lighting. But yeah, there's nothing. There's no, like, it would have been better if they put like a just made it a whole face. I don't know, got the eyes is just hollow like that. I don't know, because you can't really see the eyes when you put the head on like that. So head on, like the Headmasters. And there you have it. G1 Ultra Magnus. And for size comparison, we got Rodimus Prime. And he is way bigger than Rodimus Prime now. So, For articulation in this mode, he has no leg articulation whatsoever. Nothing but a solid piece of plastic. Because it's nothing but a trailer. It just goes straight down. Can't move nothing. He could go like this and maybe move his, have like a leg move like that, toe move like that maybe. I don't know. No. Or like this. He can show a little ankle. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for that. He has he can move his arms. He moves his arms up. He can rotate 360. He's not gonna try it. This thing is very tight. And his belt keeps falling off. In there. He bends the elbow. Move it up like about that far. You can see he can rotate his arm all the way back, and that is about it. That is it for him. He is a big brick. I can't deal with that now. That is Ultra Magnus. He is cool. If you're a G1 enthusiast, pick him up. G1 collector, pick him up. I don't really collect G1 figures anymore. The last ones I collected were the combiners. That's about it. When I started back Transformers, I started getting the individual G1 figures. But then I discovered, I discovered classics, Henkei Universe Generation figures. So I stopped collecting the G1s and just started getting those instead. Except for the combiners. I always wanted all the combiners. So, and the Metroplex and Triptychon, and I got Fortress Maximus. The only one I don't have for the base guys is Scorponok, which I had when I was a kid, and I had it as an adult, but I gave it to my kids and they lost it. Yeah. So yeah, I recommend him. He's cool. If you're a G1 guy, you don't necessarily need him if you're not into G1. You didn't grow up with G1. Had that nostalgic feel for these characters and stuff like that. So he's a cool figure. Check him out. There's photos of him on the various websites and everything. So thank y'all for watching. Later.